Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Elisa Sklar. I am the VP of Marketing for GIS Planning, and I'm delighted to welcome you here today. We're going to be talking about how to add virtual tours and virtual site visits to your economic development website. And I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy days. So, given the what we've all been through the last 16 months or so with the pandemic, it's been pretty clear there's a sea change, just a shift generally in how business is being done. It was, before the pandemic, if we said that people would rely on a lot of digital technology to replace travel and in-person visits, we all would have said this wasn't possible. Clearly it was, although many of us are still very excited to return to the in-person mode of doing things. We also recognize that now that we've learned how to do a lot of this stuff virtually, it's going to change the way economic development, investment attraction, and site selection happens. And we really need to be poised as economic developers to take advantage of this trend. When I speak with site selectors, one of the things that we're hearing is, especially at the initial research stage, when it comes to the long list stage, all of those different things, what we're seeing is just a complete change in how these things tend to happen. And it's really absolutely critical that we learn how to do that and that we're able to include this information on our websites to be able to poise how to actually go about doing that. So let's talk a little bit about who we are and why I'm here speaking to you about this today. So at GIS Planning, we've been doing this for more than 23 years. We are the industry's leading GIS software for economic development, and we're a service from the Financial Times. Along with FDI Intelligence, we are the world's largest economic development services organization. You can find us at GIS Planning and you can learn more about that. At GIS Planning, we came up with the initial way to do corporate site selection combined with GIS data in an online mapping tool for everyone, that's Zoom Prospector. And we did that over 23 years ago. And so we really have made this innovation a consistent mainstay of how we approach things. When the pandemic struck, it became very clear very early on that we needed to help our clients make the shift to providing this information online. So one of the things that we did was we built in a 360-degree virtual tour to every single property in the Sites and Buildings database automatically. That's just added on its own. And that means that we're using Google Earth technology to provide this flyover so folks can go in and see at a glance what a property actually looks like, where it's situated within a region, who the neighbors are. You can zoom in, you can capture that, you can use that in your marketing. And that really became a critical way to help people shift. But that, of course, was not enough on its own. The second thing that we've done, and we just launched this in December, was our virtual tour building software. We recognize that some organizations are able to reach out and outsource to video production and marketing agencies that will produce digital tours at a cost. But we wanted to put this in an accessible way for every single community. So our Zoom tour technology, which I'll show you shortly, is something that anyone can do. You don't need to have any graphic design experience or any marketing or comms background. It's drag and drop, and it allows you to integrate image, text, video, map tools like Google Earth and Google Street View, drone video, or other kinds of media formats if you have them, and put them into kind of a digital version of a hop-on, hop-off virtual tour of a region. And you can make them as many of them as you like, and they can each be themed. So we're going to take a look at a variety of some different ones. So let's talk about virtual tours on their own, and how they kind of help the leads on your visiting your region, on your website, how they help them learn more. So first of all, we know that they help leads qualify themselves because they're doing a lot of this research initially. And we know from our own experience that that site selectors and businesses making location decisions are doing all of this research before they initially reach out to any economic development organizations. So we need to make sure that this media is available for them because you might not actually even know that they're there. Now, the other thing that we've learned from our research is that this also gives you greater research. It just allows you to reach more prospects because that information is out there. It's on your website, but you can integrate it into your marketing. You can put it on social media and email newsletters to help you kind of spread the net wide. The other thing we know is that virtual tours are just really a great way to help showcase both your region and your area's value proposition, but also property attributes. So you can focus on the things that really help sell your area. What is your value prop? And when I look at specific properties, it helps people understand and imagine what those things look like when they're not yet in front of them or able to walk through them on their own. Now, obviously, avoiding unnecessary travel was absolutely critical during the pandemic, but as we move into more environmentally sustainable ways of doing these things, we recognize that we don't always have to hop on a plane anymore, that we can do some of this initial filtering by putting this information online. And it really is a way to nurture the site selection process. And overall, there's a greater return on your investment because certainly it's far, far more affordable. It uses your time and the time of the site selectors and businesses in a better way so that they're able to make the most of that. And that eye-catching marketing is so critical because it helps you cut through the clutter or cut through the noise online. If you're integrating those virtual tours, if you're using screen capture video, if you're putting that information out there, it really helps your region stand out. When everyone is trying to capture the attention of the companies and the organizations that are making location decisions. And all of that, of course, comes full circle to help leads qualify themselves. So by the time you actually speak to them, and if you're using our lead gen ID, you'll know who those companies are. They are far better informed. It tends to shorten the sales process and it helps them understand and feel better about the decisions that they're actually making. So we really feel quite excited about that, and we're quite excited to show you how easy this is for you. Now, when it comes to virtual site visits, as I've said, we offer the 360 virtual tours. That's something that's built into every single property automatically. And then you also have the option to add custom tours. Now, the custom tour button only shows up if you or your brokers have that media to add. And that custom tour button can go to anything. It can be 3D architectural renderings. It can be other image files, 3D rotation. Google Street View is something that we're providing. But if you have drone video, Matterport, interactive interiors, immersive video, and other kinds of custom tours, then that's really easy to add. And that's additional information that you or your brokers or your property developers are able to integrate in there to help inform and engage. And it really makes for beautiful property reports, something that people are easy to do. So the virtual tour, as I said before, is something that's built into every property. We're using Google Earth, which is familiar to everybody. And I'm just going to click over here just to show you an example of that. So it just takes a moment when I'm in the middle of a webinar here. That brings us over here. This is the property report itself. And if I click on virtual tour, it's going to take us over to Google Earth. It's going to take us from the last property that we were visiting, move us over to that space, and you're now going to get this 360 flyover of that particular property. So I can see at a glance where that property fits into the surrounding area, proximity to bodies of water or interstates or other companies or other landmarks in the area. And it really helps people understand instantly at a glance in a way that a static image really can't. So it's very easy to do that. Nobody actually needs to do anything to make this work. If you want to add any other kinds of custom properties, then that's something that you can actually do. I'm going to bring one up over here so you can see an example of that. So this is a property in Indiana, Purdue Research Foundation. They've added a custom tour here as well. So you see the 360 virtual tour. The custom tour allows us then using this Matterport, which is the media file that they've added in here. This is an immersive walkthrough that allows us to go through the building. So even if we can't be there on our own, we can kind of walk through and get a sense of what actually this might look like and get us a better understanding of what this building is like and how that actually works. So that's really a game changer. Now, again, that isn't going to show if the media file isn't available. But for those brokers or property developers or organizations that have produced that media, it's very easy to do that. Now I'm going to share this slide deck with you afterwards so you can click on the different links in there and see different custom tours and virtual tours, get a sense what they look like and how they actually can work for your organizations. So that's the 360 tour and the custom tour options, the virtual site visits. The custom tours is the one that I was just showing you. That allows you to add any additional tour media. And as I said before, this button is only going to show up on those properties that have that information actually added for them. And there are loads of organizations that are producing custom tours. Golden Shovel does VR video, immersive video, and marketing video. We have worked with Neon Cloud Productions that actually does beautiful video with animations and CGI. Lackey Tours offers an interactive interiors, video, and imagery. Matterport offers the immersive 3D tour like the one that I just showed you, and there's a link to that over there if you want to check it. I know Golden Shovel also does Matterport tours for their clients. So custom tours are something that you can do if you have drone video. There are people sending up their own drones and capturing that information. A lot of commercial realtors are doing that these days. In fact, residential realtors are as well. If you have those media files, they're very easy to add and take advantage of them so that anyone can put that information actually in there. It's really a game changer because it gives people so much more information from the beginning, allows them to understand what they're looking at. Now, Zoom Tour is the next thing that I'm going to talk about. So the ones that I was just showing you up to now are things that are built into Zoom Prospector. That's the location analysis tool, the industry's leading location analysis tool that will live on your website and encourage prospective investors, site selectors, businesses making location decisions to look at the sites and buildings alongside tens of thousands of data variables. And now they've had the ability to have those virtual site visits built in. Zoom Tour is something different entirely. In fact, there's really nothing else like this on the market. This is cloud-based software where you provide the content. And it's a license for 1 year, very affordable, that allows you to build as many theme tours as you like. That really is a game changer for your digital marketing mix. You can add the links to the Zoom Tour on your website. You can put them on social media, put them in your email newsletters, add them to proposals. In fact, I can imagine virtual conferences and virtual meetings where your Zoom Tour is used instead of a PowerPoint deck. It's really a way to, in a much more compelling way, move people through the elements in your region that are so important that you want to share that are part of your value proposition. And you can learn more about it if you want to click on that link when you have the slide deck in front of you. But let's take a look at some different Zoom tours that our clients have been building. So at the very top here, we have one from NISA in South Carolina. These two are just great for site selection and economic development of different kinds. I've got them over here so we can take a look. In fact, the NISA one, they've added the regional tour to their website up here in the header. So if we open that up, as you can see, these are the 10 stops along the way. And we're going to go through them one at a time. You can see that they've added image, they can add an audio file, they can put other kinds of information in the text box on the left here. And then we're going to walk through the different parts of their tour. So they're taking us through using this 360. We can see images from their GIS planning tools or from their website that they've added in here, so the data is there. They can add images and video over there if they want to. Another section here, and each time you'll see the text changes. There's hyperlinks in there. There's an audio file for each step along the way. And they've added different files here. So they happen to have this interactive video over here that allows you to move through an area, take a closer look at things. And as I said before, they've got images and video that you can use to look at. This information just allows you to understand in a far more compelling way what the important things are, the top features of their location, or the things that they really, really want to share. So that's the one that we see over here from NISA. This is a clever thing that I see from Yuma, Arizona. What they've done is they've put together different theme tours for their target industry sectors. You can see here, this is about for their food processing sector. They have information with hyperlinks up here. I love this because they've also got their call to action over here, so you can visit their website to learn more. But basically what it's doing is it's taking us on a walk through the different anchor companies that represent this sector. And you can, there's social media buttons down at the bottom. We can move through for the different ones at a time. There's links to the website, so you can actually go through and see what's going on the company websites over there. But it's just, it tells you so much more about an industry sector than a simple description. And by adding video and social media channels, hyperlinks, it really paints a picture that is far more compelling than a couple lines of text that you might want to put on a website. So I think they did a really great job here in Yuma in walking us through that and giving us information about it. I think we have some other examples. I'm going to bring us back to our slide deck over here. That's the investment attraction, site selection, economic development ones. We have a client in British Columbia, the city of Abbotsford, that has built tours to attract film and video production. And you can, all of these links within the slide deck are open. And what you can do is you can see over here on the Abbotsford website that they have built the tour link in here. They call it Abbeywood. And that opens the tour up so you can go and check it out. And, you know, I love this tour because they're showing off all the different places that people have filmed video and television. Looks like Hallmark's been really busy in Abbotsford. It's a lovely town. You can look at trailers or clips from the different films and productions that have been put together here. We also get to see where this actually is on the map. And what I love about this is it also becomes a walk through Main Street. So they're showing you the different businesses that are used for a lot of that production. If I go over here, it actually opens up the website for that particular business. This takes me a little bit further down the street, so we can also see that they've got the other businesses here, other clips and videos, and it really kind of helps us understand some of the other things they're doing. So if you wanted to create a walk down Main Street, everyone wants to support their local businesses now. Another thing that Abbotsford has done is they have a tour of some of their popular restaurants that have patios open, because right now people are eating outdoors only in British Columbia. So how do we support these restaurants? We've got a tour of all the restaurants that have these outdoor patios. You can have a tour of the historic district of your region. It's great for tourism. You could have a tour of the top 10 places to eat around your convention center to encourage visitors and tourists to get out of the center and also visit nearby businesses and make sure that they get some of those all-important tourist dollars. There's just so many different ways that you can use parks and recreation, museums. Just a fantastic way to bring people out and help them understand the different aspects of what's going on in your region. We've got another example here. There we go. This is a demo one that we built in Spain. This walks you through different areas of historic importance. There's hyperlinks to different places. You can go see the websites and learn more of them, you know, links to Wikipedia that explain some of the things that you're seeing. So just a lovely way to summarize, you know, the top 10 things you don't want to miss, or 5, you know, little known places tourists should really visit. This is the city of Abbotsford has actually, as I said, built their passport to patios. Zoom tour is one of the new things. So there's links to the businesses, directions how to get there, addresses, but also all kinds of information about those and how you can visit them and take advantage of them. This is one of the things that we're hearing, the need to support businesses is so critical now. So we really want to make sure that we are using these in compelling ways. The Zoom tour is very, very easy to build. You don't need to spend, you know, have a graphic design background. I'm going to show you in a moment. When it comes to the virtual site visits, how do we make sure that we get them in? Well, these are super easy to do. As I said, the Google Earth 360-degree flyover is automatically added for all properties in the system, so you don't actually need to do anything to make that happen. The other things that are automatically included for every single property is Google Street View. 3D rotation, so map tools, map views, terrain, hybrid, satellite, that lets you get a view of an area. And when it comes to the custom tour option, you can quickly and easily add any additional media through the Zoom Prospector admin, which is mobile friendly on the back end. It's very easy to do. And once those are added, the custom tour button pops up and you can take advantage of that. For Zoom Tour, 1 year license supports as many theme tours as you want to create. I'll have your logo in the corner. Each tour can feature as many stops as you like. And as you can see, it's just an easy drag and drop dashboard that anyone can use to build a compelling theme tour. We walk you through that. We have lots of support materials and FAQs. So if you have a question about how to do this, we make it very easy. How do you share a Zoom tour? Well, basically, it's just a link. As you see over here, you copy the Zoom tour link. You can also share directly to LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter from the tour. And then it's really just a matter of letting your imagination be the guide for your website visitors or people that you want to engage using your social media channels or other marketing devices. Very easy to do, very compelling, and it's just a great way to cut through the noise and get people's attention. So this brings us to the end of today's presentation. I'm happy to take any questions that you might have. Feel free to put those into the questions field in the GoToWebinar control panel on the right-hand side of your screen. You can also at any point reach out to us at the coordinates that you see up here on the screen. We're actually very happy to do a demo just for your organization, for your team, to help you understand how to take advantage of these tools, or to get them set up. Very easy to do, very fast. Zoom Tour set up instantly. Just a matter of getting your logo in there and making sure that it's up and ready to go, and you can begin creating instantly. The average amount of time it creates to take a Zoom tour is very time consuming to do. Not at all. The first time I created a Zoom tour, I created our GIS Planning holiday Zoom tour for the winter holidays, and I had every single person on our team send us their favorite business in their community. It took me about an hour to build a 12-stop tour the first time I did it using all of the different media. I think it would probably go much faster now that I understand how to do that. What kind of time or people investment is needed to create an effective Zoom tour? So when it comes to time, I think I answered that. You could easily build them, I think, within under an hour. We do have some others that have taken a little bit more time if people want to put a lot more elaborate media in there. And you can always go back in and edit those as you like. That's easy to do. In terms of people, as I said, you don't need to have any communications or graphic design experience. We really make it very easy. It's supposed to be a one-stop shop. In terms of cost, is it a one-time fee or is it a yearly subscription? I assume you're asking about Zoom Tour there, Chantal. So yes, it is a one-time fee. It's a yearly, it's a yearly subscription for Zoom Tour. We offer a 20% discount for our clients. So if you're already an existing GIS Planning client, we do bundle that in and offer you a reduced price for that. So for the yearly subscription, you can create as many Zoom tours as you like. There's no limit to what you can do with it. So feel free to use it to take advantage of creating tours for tourism, for economic development, for the town itself, or the city or the county or the region. You could do things for public works if you want to. Once you've got it up, you can create as many as you like. Are there different types of Zoom Tour subscriptions and how much do they cost? So Zoom Tour generally is indexed to population. Our starting cost for smaller communities and communities of different sizes, and that's for people who are not already GIS Planning clients, is $5,000 for a year, for which you can build as many as you like. The larger communities, we index to population to help keep it affordable, but as we said, GIS Planning clients, if you're using our other tools such as intelligence components or Zoom Prospector, then there is a substantial discount for that as well. There are no different types of Zoom Tour subscriptions. Right now, it's one kind of Zoom Tour subscription, and with that, you can create as many as you like. We set it up for you by putting your name and your logo in there, and that literally takes 24 hours, 1 business day, and you're up and running and can use it as many different ways as you like. We like to help our clients promote them. So if you're sharing them online, we have very well developed social media channels, and we're happy to help amplify any postings that you're doing online. Do I see any other questions? I don't think so. I think that's where we are. Now, if you are interested in learning more about either Zoom Tour or Zoom Prospector for your region or your organization, you'll have an email from me by tomorrow with a link to this video and to some other links in the slide deck. Feel free to respond. We're happy to set that up for you, and we'd love to tell you more about how you can put these to work for your organization. All of our products come included with support. We do not charge extra for that. They also come included with our marketing support, so we can ensure that you are as effective as possible in using these tools to attract website traffic, attract investment, whatever it is that you're looking to do with them. With that, I would say thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate all the work you're doing for your regions. I look forward to connecting with you offline, and I wish you a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.